Straight ahead, we'll learn more about the Scandinavian Boutique, find out details about the upcoming Taste of Christmas event, get a first-hand look at the history at the Hutchinson House, learn more about Big Brothers Big Sisters, and feature our Pet of the Month. I'm Joni Kern, and this is absolutely what's happening Waupaca. Our first guest is Jane Legault from Fox Valley Tech. Welcome back to the show, Jane. We've seen you here before.
Thank you.
And she brought along Jewel Krieger, who is going to show us a very unique way of painting. And June, what is that called?
This is called rose mauling.
And this is an antique, it's a Norwegian folk art. You were telling me a little while ago, from
Yes.
the 1790s?
Around 1750.
Okay. So she's going to show us that, and we're going to get a little pictures of her. Now, you were telling me that the big strokes, that there's some very unique things about those. What is
Well,
that?
what's unusual with rose mauling is that the strokes are either C's or S's. And we sit kind of straight up when we paint, and our brush is held straight up and down. It's a flat brush with a chisel edge, and we form C's, we form some the other way, the S strokes, and then the strokes are put together to make flowers and scrolls and leaves.
Yeah, we've got some absolutely beautiful artwork, and you're gonna show us just in a couple of minutes how to do the intricate detailing. So will you start working on this?
Sure
One of the
will.
things that I want to point out is all of the strokes are double
loaded.
So there's two colors on the
colors on the
outside
brush.
and the inside. So will you work for a few minutes? Jane, tell me about now this is done over deer hunting weekend, so
Yes.
it's going to be the 21st and the 22nd of November.
Yes. 8 to 5 on Friday and 8 to 4 on Saturday.
And we'll be able to find posters like this all
Yes.
over. We can find
And
it
little
on the
quarter
website.
sheets, yes.
And there are other classes
Right.
that are going to be done. So what else is going to be
Okay,
offered?
this is the 22nd year they've done it. It started with rose mauling, and now we're adding other classes because we've brought it to Fox Valley Tech. This is the 4th year it's at Fox Valley Tech.
Okay.
So we have a number of other classes that we teach, and so those students have an opportunity to not only demonstrate but to sell their artwork as well. And so, for instance, we have needle felting, which is a craft that you do with these dangerous needles, and you shove them in here with some other embellishments. So Jane Carney is the gal who teaches this, and she'll be doing demonstrations on that. And then this is another way you could use it with coasters.
Wow, is that ever cool?
And then this is all done with wool fleece.
Okay.
Okay, then we have the people who are doing our sewing and quilting classes, and Sievert will have some of her students there. And this is a little decorative wall hanging for, of course, festive and then another more like a table runner that she's done.
Cool. Then what do you have back here?
We have Joanne Adkins, who does watercolor for us. She teaches our watercolor
That's beautiful.
classes.
So
So this is an example of.
So there's all kinds of classes that I can go to. I can learn all kinds of different things.
Yes, you can take classes. These classes will start running second semester, okay? And
so
then,
this is kind of an introduction
yes,
to what is available as far as the art classes at the Tech.
Right.
And then I'll be able to do some shopping.
oh yes,
And Christmas is only then a month away.
right. And then we have a coffee stool where you can have a little bit
Right.
of a treat, a Scandinavian delicacy, or you can have, they have open-faced sandwiches and some
So for us that are left at home over deer hunting weekend, we now have somewhere to go where we
Absolutely.
can spend lots of money and eat a lot of food.
Right, and see all sorts of different things and see what you can do.
Good.
Maybe you'll
Cool.
want to give a class for a gift to somebody for Christmas as well.
Absolutely. We're going to go back to Jewel because you were talking to me a little bit earlier about the intricate detail work. So show us a little
Right.
bit, tell us what you're doing.
Well, the detail work is done in a very sharp contrasting color, so it stands out and shows up the work underneath. The colors come through it.
Now, when we started this afternoon, it was all like this. You
Yes.
have put all of this detailing on
now.
here
That's right.
just in the last few minutes that you've
Yes.
started. So that is absolutely beautiful. If you want to see more, go to Fox Valley Tech again. It's November 21st and 22nd on Deer Hunters Weekend. Thank you, Jane.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jewel. I appreciate you coming here today. We'll see
It
you
was
again.
fun. Thank you.
Next, we have Taste of Christmas with Bill Pimple.
The Waupaca Recreation Center, featuring programming for all ages. Home of the Waupaca Senior Center and youth programming Friday and Saturday nights, featuring 2 full gyms and space for various sports and activities. Visit the Dance Exercise Studio for a variety of classes. The Rec Center is a safe place to hang out. Also featuring a computer lab and classes, and a meeting room and other facilities available for rent. The Rec Center features different programming and meetings, and is the home of the Parks and Recreation Office. The Waupaca Recreation Center, a great place for all ages and activities. 407 School Street, downtown Waupaca.
We have Bill Pimple here. We got to see you last year and the year before as well, talking about A Taste of Christmas. I think this is fabulous because you have Spencer Lake Camp down there just set up fabulously for this large display. So there is always music, and there's always places where the kids can work with crafts, and there's a library, but you have something new this year, and that is?
We have the Christmas karaoke tent. So that is going to be hopefully a hot spot for everybody.
So all of those people like me who can't sing a middle C can go in there and I'll sound fabulous on your karaoke machine. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, your favorite Christmas song will be ready for you.
Oh, that could be fun. That could be worth going for. So what else do you have going on down there this year?
Well, this year we've got, all of the traditional things, the Yuletide workshop with Santa and the pictures and the ornament making. The library is going to step their whole story corner up to a new level, so they're real excited about that. We've got 2 antique sleighs that are going to be on the grounds, so people can get on in those and get pictures for Christmas cards and that type of thing.
What a great Christmas card to send out.
We've even got a big mistletoe that'll be out under one of the trees, so that'll be kind of the classic, final touch of Christmas for people.
Or engagement pictures if you're getting engaged
There you
in
go.
December.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Right. And you could charge for that. Because you actually, all of the money you raise is going to some local programs.
Correct.
So I'm saying he could charge for that because that would be more of a donation. Who are you giving your money to this year?
We are sponsoring the Waupaca Area Pregnancy Information Center, the Miracle Tree, the Waupaca Food Pantry. We've got the Gift of Life Blood Drive, which is the community blood bank.
Which is going to be there.
Yes, they will be there again with their big mobile unit.
And they're Draculas, so
Yeah.
I can give blood right there. Yep.
And then we've got the school supply depot where we benefit the area schools with supplies that the teachers can then in turn give to students in need during the year.
Isn't that fabulous? Very nice array of different things for the community that you help with. And this is your 5th annual Taste
Yes,
of
it
Christmas.
is. Yeah, after
So-
last year we were a little concerned with the weather, but 1,800 people came out last year.
Wow, was that a record?
Close to it. We had almost 2,000 the year before.
And consider the year before that was really nice weather.
Yes.
So last year, I'll bet with the rotten weather, that's incredible that you had 1,800 people there.
Yeah, and it kept the fire truck away, but the people came, so that was kind of cool. Because the year before we had the fire truck and out there for display. Even this year, we got word from a 6-year-old who wants to donate her bicycle to the free gift angel sale. So that's going to be, it's starting to spread at all ages, that spirit of giving and that generosity. So we're actually going to have 2 lodges set up this year for that free gift angel sale.
That's great. That's kind of fun, because that's a nice place to go and do some shopping and looking around and all of that.
And it's all free. So
yeah, what a great way to start off the holidays, because that's what holidays really are about.
Yes.
It's about spreading love. It's not about how much can I get, and kisses under the mistletoe. You can't, And then there's Santa Claus with the Christmas carols.
Absolutely.
What a great day. What time does it start in the morning?
It is on December 6th. It starts at 10 o'clock and it goes till 5 o'clock. At 4:30 we do the closing celebration again, and that is the candlelight reading of the Christmas story,
and you're
carols.
150 lanterns.
And at 5 o'clock we cross the street and we light them off, 150 of them.
Great. So December 6th, which is the first Saturday of December, which is where you're always at.
And I believe at St. Nick's Day this year.
Oh, what a fun
double
little
benefit.
added. Yeah, great. Well, so anything else exciting going on there? What to the kids? Because you have a whole building that you have set aside where the kids can work on stuff. What kind of projects can they do?
They're going to be decorating gingerbread houses again. They'll be making ornaments out of pine cones, and we're looking at gingerbread cookie decorating as well.
Oh, so do they do all of is this like real gingerbread for the gingerbread houses?
No, they're the graham cracker gingerbread houses.
Okay.
So to speak, but
yeah, because
fun.
otherwise you'd have to fill your kids up before they got there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So gingerbread houses, pine cones, those are kind of fun. I've done that.
Yep.
Just go out and grab a bunch of pine cones and have some fun.
And they do the glitter on them, and then those hang around for years, so.
They'll last forever if you keep them in a good box. So great. Thank you, Bill, for being here this year and sharing with us everything that's going on. Yes, we will look forward to Taste of Christmas, December 6th. All right. Next up, we are going to go visit the Hutchinson House.
The Revival in downtown Waupaca prides themselves in providing above and beyond customer service. From small to tall, women of any age can consider the Revival your professional personal stylist, helping you find the right outfit for any occasion, weddings, senior pictures, or even a special night out. The Revival also specializes in home decor with a large selection and variety of items to choose from, including art from local Waupaca artists. The Revival, 111 West Fulton Street across from Farmers State Bank, downtown Waupaca. For more information, call 715-281-5100 or find them on Facebook. The Revival, home, art, and fashion. If you'd like to be a guest on What's Happening Waupaca, contact Josh at 715-258-4405 or email jwerner@cityofwaupaca.org. Full details at wintvwaupaca.com.
We are here at the Hutchinson House with Barbara Fay. It's nice to see you again.
Well, I am so happy to have you and host you here at the Hutchinson House.
And you look very period decor with the dress.
1870s shop girl is what I'm dressed as.
I actually like that. It looks pretty comfortable. But we're actually going to go inside the house, and you're going to show us some things and tell us about some of the stories of the items that you have.
Well, yes, this is the house of Chester and Susanna Hutchinson, and their 3 sons. One of them had a farm in the area, but as you can see, it was built in 1854, and it was one of the first clapboard houses in Waupaca. It was not built here. It was built over on Franklin Street, corner of Franklin and Fulton, and moved here in the 1950s.
Okay, so you're gonna show us how the Ediphone works, correct? And this is named after Edison,
yes,
correct?
Thomas Alva himself. And the first recordings were made on wax cylinders like this, and they were incised this way. So the Ediphone had a large horn so it could be heard, and you had to wind it up. Oh dear. Oh, I was winding this the other day, and it went crack.
Let's go get Mr. Edison.
Let's see, yeah, really. Let's see if we can, okay. So after you wind it up, there's a little pin here that fits on this tray, and so you don't put the music down right away. Oh.
That's really special, actually.
This is where the sound's coming.
Yeah, we can hear it out of there. The beginning of the stereos.
Yes. So this is what they used before they had then they at some point decided you take this and you squash it flat and have the incisions this way and the records. So the records were the next iteration there.
We're in the kitchen, and this is actually a refrigerator.
Yes, Joni, would you like a nice cup of lemonade?
Yes, I would.
Well, unfortunately, we can't get you one from here, but I can show you what they would do from here. This is Zimmerman's rotary paper refrigerator. And it's not where they kept their paper, but I'm sure as I was growing up, my mom, if she wanted something hot on a picnic or cold, it was wrapped in paper till we got there. Paper's a good insulator. So this was insulated all around, quite thick, with paper. Now the ice box was up here. The ice cube would have been put up here. And there's a metal plate. A hose brought the melting water down to the bottom, and you had to empty out your little tray. But then the unique part of this refrigerator is how it gets the rotary part of its name. And these are Lazy Susans, which would turn around so you could get the items that were at the back of your refrigerator.
Which is something we all need today so that we don't have to move everything else in the refrigerator. So this is actually an original ice box.
Yes, this is from 1881, but it was called a refrigerator. It was called a refrigerator. And they didn't tack up pictures, but they painted lovely pictures on the refrigerator.
I have never seen anything like that. That is absolutely wonderful. So right now we're talking about stereopticons.
That's
Did
correct.
I do that
That's
correct?
The Victorians loved to find out about exotic places and to travel. So many of the pictures, this was an entertainment. They didn't have movies, they didn't have TV. So stereo, there's two like our eyes. And you see it three-dimensionally. So you look into it, and you adjust this to see where this is individually. And they would take pictures, photographs, have a photograph of their children on either side, the same picture. You use the same picture twice and send them to their relatives. They could see, and it almost looked 3D, like they could be there.
And I saw those, and it really is a 3D effect.
It
so
is.
Very early 3D glasses. That's
yes,
pretty cool.
And it was the precursor of the
3D
Viewmaster.
The Viewmaster.
Okay,
I had one of those when I was a kid.
It was the precursor of the Viewmaster, which you would click. And this was a couple generations before the Viewmaster was my generation, and now we've got iPads and iPods and all of that kind of thing. Glasses that just show you 3D.
Okay, we're in the woodshed, and we have shovels.
We have shovels made completely out of a single piece of wood. I think they are actually beautiful items, but when you think of it, they had to clear all the land. So they had a lot of things made out of wood, besides dishes and big bowls and shovels and things like that, and also a lot of their equipment for farming.
So, okay, now we all want to see it. So how do we go about, what are the hours, how can we come in and see this wonderful place?
Well, we are open from Memorial Day through Labor Day on Saturdays and Sundays from 1 to 4. And you can come right to our greeting room. We have volunteer docents who are here to greet you and to help you see around the house different things that might be of interest to you. And so we're open all summer. Now, if you have relatives who come in the summer, please bring them. If they happen to come in April, May, September, October, give us a call. And if we can set up a tour, we'd be happy to set up a tour because we'd like as many people to see this as possible. It is something you will not see anywhere else in the world. This is Waupaca's historical house.
Are you ready? If an emergency happens, are you prepared to take care of yourself? Are you ready to take care of your animals? And not just for a day. Are you ready to be on your own for 2 days? For 3 days? I'll be ready. Will you? Get ready. Visit www.doonething.us to learn what you should do now.
We have Ellen Evanson here from Big Brothers Big Sisters. You traveled out from Appleton area to see us. Thank you for coming and being on our show today, Ellen. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You bet. We want to talk a little bit, and I'll tell you what spurred this is there was an article in the Waupaca newspaper about Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I thought, what an interesting topic to have here on the show, because I don't think a whole lot of us, we know what the program is, kind of, but I don't think we understand very much about it or how we could fit. So we're going to get some of that information out to the Waupaca area today.
Great.
So tell me a little bit about the history of Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Well, nationally, we've been around for over 100 years. It was started in New York City, and there's probably 300 agencies all over the country. We started our agency, we're 4 counties. We're in Waupaca, Outagamie, Winnebago, and Calumet counties in 1967. Started with Big Brothers, and in the early 70s added the Big Sisters, so Big Brothers Big Sisters. And it's just been a program that has lasted just based on the fact that every kid needs a friend, and mentoring, really, our outcomes have really shown that it helps kids. We have bigs that were once littles, and
I was looking at some of the numbers that you sent me, and I wouldn't think that as a big sister that I would have, just spending time with a little, I would have that much of an effect on their future, and I personally probably wouldn't, but it's amazing the numbers that you have of the kids who don't end up in jail, who graduate from high school, who go on, and like I was telling you, my brother back in the late 70s was a Big Brother. It's a great organization. So we know that as a little, I like that you call them littles, I know that as a little, we can look forward to getting some time once a week, having somebody to talk to, getting out of our house if our house is part of what's making my life uncomfortable, and I don't care how good a teen you are or how healthy a house it is. What can us bigs get out of it?
Well, I've been matched 3 times, and every time I love it. It is, you know that you're helping a child who needs a friend. There's lots of different reasons that littles become a part of the program. But the one thing that a person who is starting to mentor and become a big brother or big sister will get out of it is the fact that you're going to learn something new every single time. I always feel like I'm fresh, and I know all the right words to say, and I look dorky no matter what I try to say because I'm too old to say it, but the things that you learn, I've learned how to salsa dance. I've made pottery. Those are all the things that I wouldn't necessarily do. On the other hand, what we always say is don't go to Disney World every week. What I am doing is sharing a meal with my little sister. We're going bowling together. We might go grocery shopping, and there's a lot of things that the little is learning from you, just life skills.
So being a big isn't about having a lot of money. So someone who is, You know, because part of this is what are you looking for in the Waupaca community? And I think one of the biggest fears, if you approach someone, is they're going to say, I don't have any money to do this.
Yes. And that is not necessary at all. What we try to do is we have a discount list for our bigs. We'd like to grow it in the Waupaca County area. So if anybody out there has some services they can give it to, like a buy one, get one free, things like that, we offer that to our bigs so they can get out into the community. However, they're just going to the library sometimes and reading a book, or they might take a walk and just be out there. They might, you know, go by the water. There's just so many different things you can do that you don't spend any money.
That don't cost anything, that are wonderful.
The number one thing that we're looking for is that you have the ability to make a friendship. And it's really, that's as simple as it is. You don't need any special skills. You just need to be a friend.
Cool. Thank you, Ellen, for coming out to Waupaca and helping us share it with this area. I hope that this is kind of the time of year where we start thinking about how can we give back. So I think it's a great program and has been for many, many years. So thanks again. Next, we are going to see the Pet of the Month. Roy Mitchell is joining us.
Are you ready, Wisconsin? I'm Matt Kenseth, and when I get behind the wheel, I'm ready for anything. You should be prepared for a winter driving emergency. Keep a survival kit in your car. It could save your life. For more, go to readywisconsin.wi.gov.
We are here with Roy Mitchell from the Humane Society. He's president of our board. Thank you for coming, Roy.
Always a pleasure.
And I was asking Cricket to sit, and she wants this treat really bad. What a sweetheart. She didn't nip my fingers or anything. Cricket is one of the senior dogs.
Correct.
That you have at the Humane Society. Tell me why it's so difficult to find a forever home for a senior.
Well, in her case, you could almost look at it as being in hospice. You know, whereas the fostering would come in as opposed to this, you know, looking for a forever home, because it would be tough. I mean, you know, to place her with someone with the expectation of a, you know, few years, if you will. She just needs a place to be.
To be loved. And that's part of what the Humane Society does, and that's one of the facets of being, of volunteering, is the foster home.
Correct.
Now, foster homes, one of the things that I want to point out for anyone that is thinking about it, is all of the expenses are tax deductible at the end of the year. So being able to foster and open your heart and your home to a dog like Cricket, who is an absolute sweetheart, is really something that not only do you get all of the good out of it, but it's tax deductible, so it's not going to, the amount of money isn't going to be real painful in the end. But you're looking for volunteers for all kinds of things?
Oh yeah, I mean, always. We need dog walkers, socialization, enrichment, cat people, if you will.
Laundry,
hang posters, fundraising.
Yep.
Transportation.
So if you love animals, even if you can't be around them, it certainly is something where you can go, you can be transport, you can be part of the fundraising committee, you can do their laundry. There's all kinds of things that you can be involved with. So there's all kinds of different facets to it. So.
Correct.
Thank you, Roy, for being on today. It's good to see you.
Also, good to be seen.
Thank you, Cricket. She's so interested in what's going on.
Over there.
Thanks for joining us for What's Happening in Waupaca. WIN TV wishes you a happy Thanksgiving as we head into the holiday season. Watch What's Happening in Waupaca and other great local programming at wintvwaupaca.com.